Hello, everyone, and welcome to my review of The Witch, or as the title says, the initial first title of this film in the movie itself, it looks like it's saying The Vitch. So, like two V's and itch. So, The Vitch. Anyways, so this movie, I believe, premiered at the Sundance Film Festival in 2015, and I heard about this film, at least half a year ago. And I think the initial trailer hit almost half a year ago, and it just looked very interesting. It looked like it was going to be a horror film that was unlike any horror film we get the chance to see in the theater. And at the time that I saw the trailer and heard it came to Sundance, I figured this movie's never going to get a wide release. I'll probably have to go far, far, far away from home and see the movie. But surprise, surprise, thanks to A24, that great studio, this movie, I believe, is playing a lot, or playing almost everywhere. Well, almost. So this movie takes place in pre-America, New England, 1630s, as we get to know this young Puritan family, at this time where people are super duper religious, and if you're not, you're a heretic, you're a witch, you're the demon, you're the devil, and you'll probably be hung or something like that. So we get to know this young family. Well, I should say they're not a really young family, but they have a lot of young kids. They have like 5 kids. And for some reason or another, they are being banished from their community. So they have to go out and build a new home, build a new society amongst themselves. I can't remember exactly why that happens, but that's where the movie goes. And once they get there, since they're outside of their community, some weird things start to happen that corrupt them, and we don't know if it's a witch or a demon or just the elements of nature. I think, like The Revenant, this film is shot with natural light. That's what it looks like. And I appreciate the look from the get-go. That's what really sold me to see this film. Again, I'm not the biggest horror fan because we've seen the same movie over and over and over again, but I hope this movie would be told in a different way that frightened me, that scared me, that creeped me out. I wanted to be scared. I really wanted to be scared with this movie. And after watching it, I have to say, it had wonderful atmosphere. That's the highlight of this film. You really believe that you are in this time with these people, the way they talk. Sometimes I could understand what they were saying. Sometimes I could not. Just their speech patterns, the way they use English. I mean, they do use English, but it's just in a different way that was hard to understand at times, but gave the movie a more authentic feel to it. Great setting, great location, and I love the way the movie looks. As I said before, I love the way the movie is shot. The acting, especially from these kids, some really amazing acting. We got a young group of actors in the film, and there are some people that I did recognize, and the main star, the whole family's kind of the main star, but we really get to know the young girl in the movie, and she's played by an actress named Anya Taylor-Joy. I think this girl really has a future in the business. I would really like to see her in more movies. Her parents are played by 2 actors that have been on Game of Thrones, and her father is played by Ralph Ineson, and her mother is played by Kate Dickie, who's from Game of Thrones and also Prometheus. That was the first time I ever saw her. She had been in Game of Thrones before, but I saw Prometheus first before I started watching Game of Thrones. So you really, because of this cast, you start to believe in the situation, and you get hints of what may or may not be affecting their lives. And some of it's very creepy. It's very frightening. I almost wish, I'm glad that this movie is unconventional. It's not your typical horror film. It's going to bore a lot of people. It did feel like a movie that was made by Terrence Malick and Stanley Kubrick. It has those elements of a filmmaker in the film, and I really like to see where this guy goes. I really felt when I was watching the movie, there were times where I felt like I was watching a movie from Kubrick or Malick, and some people might not like that. Some people might get excited about that. It helped me get through the film and appreciate it just because of the way the movie felt, the tension, the atmosphere. But it wasn't as scary as horrific as I was hoping it would be. And when it wrapped up, when it finally ended, I was like, I felt like we were going to get an ending like that. I don't want to say, but I slightly I appreciate it just because it's something different. And we got a full house in this theater tonight, and I would have loved to like talk to the people and see what they thought, because I feel like half of them probably would have been extremely bored because it doesn't have the jump scares we can all rely on. Thank goodness. I'm really glad there wasn't a jump scare. I didn't feel like there was a jump scare in the entire film, and I appreciated that. It was just more of a mood, more of a tone that was created other than just being straight out scary. Though I would have liked to have been scared somewhat, or at least terrified, or creeped out more. It just didn't do that very often for me, but I appreciated that it's something just different, especially in a wider release. We can go to the theater and see something like this, where normally a movie like this would probably go straight to Netflix and we would enjoy it and be like, man, I wish I would have saw that in the theater at least once. And that's what I'll recommend for this movie. I would say it's worth at least seeing once, especially if you're a horror fan, if you like these kind of movies and you're a horror fan and you want to see something different, or if you like your movies more artful, I guess you could say, or indie, because that's what it felt like. It felt like it was more indie than your conventional horror Hollywood film, and that's what I appreciate the most. I can't wait to see where this director goes to next. I hope Hollywood doesn't grab him just yet and make some outrageous blockbuster. I would like to see this director make smaller films for a while, and maybe someday get the money to make his own film with a bigger budget. That's what I'd love to see. So I thought this was a good movie, a good solid film that's not for everyone. I'm not going to recommend it to everyone, but it's definitely worth seeing at least once. For that, I'm going to give The Witch, I'm going to give the film a solid 3 stars out of 4.
Thank you so much for watching. Please like, comment, and share this video. And also, please check out these amazing movie websites. And if you enjoyed this review, please click here to subscribe to my channel, and also please check out all my recent reviews right here on YouTube. Have a great day, live film, find peace, happiness, and harmony in anything and everything you do, and I'll talk to you at my next movie review.